Hello and welcome. My name is Kathy A, and yes, today is MMIW Awareness Day, and I did put off a individual video that, well, probably confused some of you, but as you know, I'm studying indigenous culture, and I have several videos that are going to be released regarding that, and this is just it was just a quick video using what I thought is one of the prettiest songs written about that particular subject, but and that's what that was all about. This is the red dress that I'm donating to the project, the Red Dress Project for Awareness. Anyway, it's time for my April faves and flops, and I apologize for being so late. It's really busy in the cemetery and funeral industry right now, so my job is extremely busy, and my boss has taken time off a lot, so I'm working for him. So anyway, I'm here now, and I'm going to give you your money's worth for sure. Well, it doesn't cost you anything, but anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please think about it, because it really helps me out, and it's beneficial information on a lot of different topics. And if you notice, I changed my channel name to Kathy A Beauty and Lifestyle Over 60, because I thought, you know what, I'm not 50 anymore. When I started this channel, I was in my early 50s, and I was told even to just say over 40 when I talked about it, and I thought, you know what, there's a huge difference. Once you turn 60, things really change. Face changes, public changes, community changes, a lot of things change. So I added the over 60 to my channel, but you know, it's all up in here, and we're just embracing the journey together. So let's start off with kind of laundry. I was in a Dollar Tree, and they had the laundry detergent sheets. And I don't know if you've seen, it's sort of a viral thing that's been going on, but there is a, they measured all of, if you put a cap full of detergent for each load of wash, they only came up with like 11 in the jug, the big jug. And they said that's not the 48 or whatever that they'd advertised. And I thought, well, that's interesting, because you know how much you put in can really affect how many loads you get out of it. But this is a very regulated thing, and you know, this is the same amount of detergent that's in those little pods is in one of these sheets. And it smells nice. In most cases, you don't smell this on your clothes, and those of you who are freaked out over fragrance, I didn't find any problems with this, because I usually like to have unscented stuff for my clothing, because you know, when you're rubbing against your clothes and stuff, you don't want to get any kind of rashes or anything like that. But one little sheet like this does a medium load of laundry. And I'll just show you how I used it in the laundry machine. And I'm telling you, it comes out really good. Now, if you have an extra large load, you just use 2 of these sheets. And what you do is you put them in first and let the water dissolve them. And then you put your clothes on top and let it run its usual fare. Even in cold water, they will dissolve. And this one has 10 loads in it. I believe there's five double sheets. So, you know, you can have 5 loads or 10 loads. But, you know, if you do a per load cost on it, these are so much cheaper, and it's so much better for the earth to have something like this than have those big plastic jugs, which most of the time, even though you may recycle them, they don't wind up getting recycled on the other end. And they said something like 90% of plastic is not recycled, so that's very disturbing. And so anyway, this kind of thing is worth trying. Now, if you have stains on your clothes, what I do, I use like an OxyClean, and I'll just spray the stain and let that set for a couple minutes, and then when I put my laundry in with this, it cleans it just as well as any of the gulp detergents. And this is $1.25 at Dollar Tree. I would recommend you give it a try. Now, they do have a lot of these kinds of things on Amazon, and I can link one below that I use. They have different ones. Some of them have scent, some of them are unscented, and they just have the cleaning stuff. And I really like it. I think, you know, I gotta recommend it to you. On the same line of laundry, I gotta talk about these things. These are those Unstoppables, and they're like little beads that you add to your wash, and it adds a scent to your clothes. Boy, does it. Oh my gosh. These little beads don't fully dissolve in your system, and there are some people who have written articles in magazines saying that these little beads, these scent beads, actually can clog the pipes in your drain system because they don't fully dissolve correctly. So what I found when I use these beads in with my laundry, I mean, unless you have really stinky wash, which, you know, if you're out lumberjacking or something, I don't know, but if you have really stinky wash, I've used something like this. Is also from the Dollar Tree. It's really only one serving though in here. You dump this in with your laundry detergent and your water as it's getting, and then you put your clothes in. And I'm telling you, I put all my sheets and pillowcases, and I had like my blue jeans and stuff, and I had them in with this, and everything smells quite strong of this. So before you put something like this into your laundry, you may want to decide if you like this scent, because it's there and it stays through a couple of washings. I was really surprised. It stays in. So this is a great way to try it, and I think they had the two different flavors. I think one's more lavender and one's more like fresh, and I have like the more fresh one, and that's the Unstoppables from Downy. Also from the Dollar Tree, I thought I would try this coconut oil moisturizing cream. I thought it'd be great on my feet and knees, and you know, dry patches on my elbows, things like that. Well, I put it on my face, which I should not have done, because it made me break out, and I never break out. So it seemed to work nicely on my feet, but I don't know, skincare from the Dollar Tree. I was just reading an online article about Dollar Tree and the fact that they were cited in 2018 for several of their brands that hadn't found to have harmful ingredients in them. And their Assured brand, which is used for most of their healthcare stuff, the Assured brand had all kinds of carcinogens and all pathogens and everything else in it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And you won't see Assured in the Dollar Tree now unless they're left over from a few years ago, because I went looking for them to see, you know, what's going on. Because if you buy like a hydrocortisone cream or Band-Aids or something like that, you don't even think about it. You think, well, yeah, it's hydrocortisone cream. How can it be? Well, the way they're processed, and of course it is $1.25, you know, so you don't know the conditions of the places they're getting some of these things from. They have very large contracts, which usually run for at least a year, and a certain amount of hundreds of thousands of units, so that they can supply their 15,000 stores. So just with 15,000 stores, and you know they've got to have at least 6 in each, that's a pretty large order. So I would caution against getting too many medicinal things. And I mean, I also thought, I was tickled they had these are the mushroom supplement gummies, and they taste pretty good. It's like having a piece of candy in the morning, but because the mushroom complex is supposed to be good for your brain. And of course I bought them, and I'm thinking, you know, I don't know if to trust them. You know, and I've always been, you know, on the soapbox saying you should shop at Dollar Tree and save the money and not, you know, just support the overpriced brands. But I'm really having second thoughts about some of this stuff. I did not like the LA Colors eyeliner I got from them. It was so dry and hard and awful, and it left a scratchy path. I mean, it was just terrible. It's almost like it was dried up. And you know, they do have contracts with some of these companies, and the companies make smaller amounts or they use different ingredients for the ones that they put in the Dollar Tree. They are processed differently. And one example is this one. This is Pop's Secret, and I was so excited to, you know, do this. Once in a while, I usually make popcorn, just plain old popcorn in my silicone popper in the microwave and just a little bit of sea salt on it. But once in a while I treat myself to something like this, and I saw there's 3 bags in there, and I thought, oh great, you know, I'll have some nice flavored popcorn. But even though there's 3 bags in here, there's only 1.75 ounces in here, and it's like half the size of a regular popcorn bag. And even though there are 3 of them in there, it's a perfect serving for one person to have 3 in there. So I still think it's a good deal. However, it's not the same as buying a 3-pack at the grocery store. You'll see that the sizing on the amounts is so much different, and that's how they can charge less for them, and they can have, you know, a contract with Dollar Tree. So I just thought I'd mention that. Also, there's silly things like this I think are a really good deal, and this is a manicure set, and it comes with you know, something to push back your cuticle with. It's got something to cut your cuticle with. It's got these little things to put around your fingers or toes to keep them separated so you can paint them. It's got nail clippers. It's got a nail file. And I think that's a terrific assortment for $1.25. And this thing I tried myself. I'll show you the before and after picture. This has 3 days of whitening. And if you have an event coming up and you want to whiten up your teeth a little bit, because I do not encourage people to use teeth whiteners all the time. And I know a lot of people on YouTube have extremely white teeth, and it's attractive on some. I just think it's not healthy. It actually weakens your teeth enamel, and after a few days of drinking coffee and wine and everything else, they eventually go back to the same color, and then you have to do it again. But if you have an event coming up and you want your teeth to be a little bit whiter, this works really well. I'm going to demonstrate. Use these. There's 3 packets, and in each packet there's a lower strip and an upper strip. So you make sure your teeth are clean, and I dry mine off. And then you peel off the lower one, put that on and fold it over, and then you peel off the upper one, put it on and fold it over, and keep it on for 30 minutes. That's hard. And you'll notice if you overlap into your gums a little too much, you're going to feel a little bit of pain. It's a very strong acting whitener. And they have different ones. They have a charcoal fused one, they have this ultimate white, and then they have something else. I just used this one, and it was very effective. My teeth did go about 2 to 3 shades lighter, and I was like impressed, really impressed. But because I do love to drink coffee and wine, they are back to what they were. So it does work if you have an event and you know you're going to be photographed or you're going to be around a lot of people and you want to have white teeth. It's great for that, but I would never do anything like this on a daily basis or a long-term basis. Now this is a really cool hack from me, and what it is I ordered this from Amazon, and in here is a scented gel. So as you know, perfumes are very expensive, and if you get something like this, where you get like a little sample in the store. They get it sometimes at Sephora or Ulta. They'll throw this in for you. You can actually create a gel that's scented using just regular petroleum jelly, and then just spray the perfume in the petroleum jelly. Let me just demonstrate with this one, because I think it's kind of neat. So I have an empty container here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out just enough to fill the container. So now I'm going to remove that from the container and put it in a bowl so we can work with it, so we know how much we have to fill the container. And now I'm just going to take a perfume, and this is Donna Born in Roma, I believe, and I'm going to put about 10 to 12 squirts in. If you have one of these little things, probably the whole little module here you can put in, but basically I'm just going to stir that in to the petroleum jelly, and I'm making a perfumed gel, really. So it's kind of nice for traveling and for carrying around, because it's not a liquid. Now I have it smushed together. I'm going to put it into that little cup that I bought off of Amazon. These came 2 in a pack, and they came with a travel case and a little spatula came with them. So you can actually not dip your finger in, you could dip this in and use that. But I'm going to put this back into that little container. So now I have a really nice gel that is scented, and that holds the scent a lot more than just spraying it on your hand will, because it's incorporated into that Vaseline stuff. So, alright, so I'm just going to put it in there, and I'm going to just wipe the edge off a little bit, because I'm very messy. And I'm going to put the top on now. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour, and when it's done, this also comes, it has a little cap on it too, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, you just take the stuff and you just rub it on your skin, and you've got that smell on you. And it stays really nicely because there's that gel barrier. And it's also a moisturizer, so you've got a scented moisturizer here for your skin, for your feet, whatever. Plus it smells really nice with your favorite perfume. And then I'll mark on a label what this one is. This is Donna Born in Roma, I believe. And isn't that a cool little hack though? You can do it with anything, but especially if you get one of these freebies, I'd do it with those, because then you've got something, you know, like maybe an expensive perfume that you didn't have to pay anything for, and now just using like petroleum jelly and your perfume, you've created this beautiful little gel. And I love these portable travel containers because I think they work really well. Yep, it's still there, it's still nice, and you know, it's a little messy to make, but you know, I'm going to try it, I think, next with my crystal perfume. I'll try that with that one. So I just thought that was a cool little hack to try. So this was a fail. This was also from Dollar Tree. And I thought this would be like a kind of like a sponge to go over my makeup with, and it looks a lot easier than it is. It only this only opens up to about halfway here. It doesn't go all the way up, so you don't have any control really, and it falls off your finger very easily. But I didn't think that it worked very well. It comes in a pack of 2, and these are finger sponges. And when you wet this, it gets really big. So you're like, like I said, it goes right about to here. So, I mean, cool idea, Dollar Tree, but bad execution. 2 things I found that I did like from the Dollar Tree. This is called Just For Her. you ever go into a public restroom and there's no toilet paper or anything? This is great. These are individually wrapped cleansing cloths. I believe they have coconut oil in them or something like that. It's very pleasant. They take care of what they need to take care of. And if you don't have toilet paper in the restroom, you can pull this out of your purse. So I think it's a great, very convenient thing as we're getting into summer, travel season and all that. And this is the BioPure. These are hand cleanser towels. And what I like about these is most of those hand sanitizing little towelettes, they're very alcohol-y and I don't know, they leave your hands feeling a little bit like alcohol sticky. These do not. These dry down really nicely. So these are actually a big hit, and I did find them in the, you know, creams and medicine area of Dollar Tree. So speaking of vitamins, I did start taking these. These are milk thistle gummies. And milk thistle with, there's a few other things in here too, but they're kind of a liver cleanse kind of thing. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I watch them on YouTube and I'm wicked smart. They really, I'm feeling better, okay? And they're supposed to like help your liver cleanse. I really like the idea that they're gummies too. So again, like another piece of candy first thing in the morning. The milk thistle is recommended, and this is a complex that also includes a few other things that help with cleansing out your system so that you can you know, be regular and stuff. Boy, we're just on a roll here with this embarrassing stuff. And also my prebiotic, probiotic, I did get the Amazon one, the Amazon Basics. These are gummies that taste like blueberries. This is, as you know, probiotics and prebiotics are very good gut health type of things, and there's a lot of studies being done about gut health being more important than pretty much anything else in your system. And so I'm starting to kind of pay attention to that, and I have been losing a little bit of weight. I think I'm up to 13 pounds now that I've lost since January 1st. It's been slow because, I mean, I have a sweet tooth and I drink wine and, you know, I'm not real active. And then we have apple cider vinegar gummies, which I think these are delicious. They're like apple and chewy. Apple cider vinegar is really good, again, for gut health, and can't go wrong with that. This is the EMERGEN-C version, and it's nice to add a little bit of that. So I do take supplements. I have to because of my surgeries I've had. So this is the Misha Glow Skin Balm. I'm still using it. I absolutely love it. See, it hardly got down at all in there, and I've been using it all month. This is a primer, skin primer moisturizer. Really, really nice. Misha makes those BB CC cream type things that everybody likes to get. It makes you look like a light greenish gray color. But if for some reason it warms up on you, and it will look normal. You know, we use a little bronzer and stuff. But the Misha is very popular as a BB and CC cream, but one of my viewers, one of my subscribers, Cheryl over in California, was nagging me to get this, and I'm so glad I did because it did work really well, and I've been using it all month. I know I talked about it last month, but I just want you to know that a lot of the products that I talk about, I'm using them. You know, I don't just sell stuff. You know, a lot of people just do this and then you never hear about it again. At the risk of repeating myself, you know, I bring it up because I really have been impressed with it all month. So if I'm using it, I want to tell you about it because it is a good product and it's inexpensive. An airbrush foundation that I really like, this is the Jerome Alexander, and I talked about this. You can get it on Amazon. It comes with this brush, and basically you shake it up and then you spray it a couple times, and then you use the brush to get it on. It's a really good system, and I have dry, older skin, lots of wrinkles, lots of deep lines, and this works so nicely. But somebody had said that, you know, when you're spraying this, let me just See that you get that mist around? So what you do is you put your brush about halfway in a toilet paper roll. And then you've got it right here. There we go. You get more on the brush, and you know, you've got this here, and you've always got these. I mean, you might as well use them. But I think it's pretty cool. It kind of acts as a barrier to getting it everywhere, because when you're spraying anything, really, you can hairspray or anything else. So there goes my lipstick. I tried a few new face products, and I think I mentioned this. This is the L'Oreal True Match. I was told that it was really good as a under eye concealer. Of course, I got a shade that was a little bit light, but I think it works nicely. You just have to pat it down after you applied it and everything. Pat it down with some powder, a little bit of powder to keep it from moving. And it should last pretty well. I usually go into the restroom around lunchtime at work, and then I press everything in if it's gravitated into the lines, you know, especially around here, the St. Bernard lines, the jowls here, and my crack here, and my 11s turning into an M. Yeah, this is nice. This True Match L'Oreal. I think I would go with the next shade up. This is 1N. I think I would probably go with one shade up, but I do like the brightening effect of it, and it is pigmented enough, you know, for my skin. Ulta Beauty was having like a little sale. I really love Ulta. They just sent me a $10 coupon. You know, they're so nice to their customers, and I'm not the high level whatever person at Ulta, but they still send everybody coupons, and when they have a sale, everybody gets the sale. None of this Sephora segregated stuff. And oh, I was glad to see Natasha Denona's pulling out of Sephora. Did you see that? She's not going to have her stuff in there, so I think she's in Ulta, and I think she's probably going to bring more stuff in, hopefully, because I'd rather support Ulta than Sephora any day. Anyway, Ulta Beauty, their own brand, is pretty nice. This is a cream blush, really, really pretty. I set it with a powder blush just for that added security and you know, longevity on it. This particular color, let me just read this here, my old lady eyes. Presbyoptic middle-aged vision, or whatever they call it. Garden Party is the name of this one. And it's a real pretty pinkish color. I really like it. I think it's a very nice cream blush, and it's very inexpensive. The Ulta Beauty line has some really good stuff. Now this is amazing. This will rival my Fenty matchsticks. This is a contour stick. I mean, I keep my contour on the side here because I don't bring it all the way up like Sideburns and Polar Bear and the Raiders, you know. I keep it here and down here, maybe over here. So I think it works really nicely, and I set this with the powder from L'Oreal, which is the Infallible Bronzer. This has a little mirror in the back, and you can just use a brush, and you can just, you know, set it with that. And it gives a nice warmth to the skin as well. So I think the combination of these two things is pretty nice. For blush, I did break down. I went to Kohl's, and I was shopping for stuff at Kohl's because I had some Kohl's cash, and I wandered into the Sephora. I couldn't help myself. It was makeup, okay, and I couldn't help myself. The sale was going on. I got my big 10% sale. This is One Size from Patrick Starr. Oh man, this is called Very That. Very That. Is that an expression these young people use nowadays? Very That? Well, this is Very That. I tell you, this is a beautiful blush combo, and it's so odd looking when you see it. You think, oh, orange, apricot, and mauve. It's not. Let's see if we can do something here. These are the colors. Hey, not bad swatching for me. I usually am not very good at it. And that was one swipe. Beautiful. This is a cream blush, which I actually started my day with that cream blush here. And then this is a powder. This is your main player here. And then this is more of a shiny highlight that can go over your blush. And I think the combination of them is so nice. It really is Very That, if that's a compliment, hopefully. I like it. I love it. And I have another one from him that I love too, which is called Fat. Yes. Patrick, come on. P-H-A-T-A-S-S. How would you say it? Yeah, I know. This is more of a neutral and pink version of those three. You get a cream, a nice cream blush. You get a nice powder blush, and then you get a beautiful kind of corally highlight. Now this one works really nicely on medium tone people who have more of a neutral to cool skin tone, and then this one works really well on neutral to warm. I love Patrick Starr's blush products, and I also got from him, I got the little one here of the One Size setting spray. It goes on, it feels like hairspray, but a very light hairspray. Hold your breath when you spray it on. You shake it a little bit. Hold your breath. It dries instantly. It's not wet. It's like a dry spray. You almost feel like you're spraying powder on your face, and it holds everything. It holds everything. I got the little one because I wasn't sure if I'd like it, and I'm really pleased. I would get the full size of this. So it's the One Size, and it holds in that blush and everything else on my face for the day, and I have quite a work day. I was in a store called Ocean State Job Lot. This is one of those big lots, job lot, train wreck lot, whatever you have in your hometown, that they get a lot of extra stuff, and there's the turnover of things, or if things get discontinued, or if they change their packaging, or if they're limited edition things. This is the Wet n Wild Sesame Street collection. They had the whole thing. Woo! Yep. Oh Nom Nom from Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster is my favorite Sesame Street character. And this is the, these are eye pencils. And I was really surprised. One's more like a chocolate chip cookie, and one's more like a mid-tone brown. Let me just do these for you. Let me see what these are. This one is one bite, and these are eyeliners. And then this one is Fuzzy Monster. This is our Cookie Monster. It's a beautiful blue. It will be really nice for summer. And then this one is Crumble, Cookie Crumble, which is really pleasant. So you see, that's these three. So Crumble, Fuzzy Monster, and One Bite. And I think they're really nice. And these the pricing at these things is like, I don't know, $2.99. So much less than they were when they came out, which I think is really cool. So I really like that. And they have the two lipsticks. One's Be Kind and one is Giggles. And the Be Kind is This is the Be Kind. Which is kind of a neutral pink shade. It's not a Barbie pink, but it's more of a neutral pink. And I like it. It's a little more subdued than what a Barbie pink would be like. And this other one is called Giggles, and it's more of a reddish orange shade. Let me just remove the Be Kind. And this is the Giggles. Now these aren't bad. This is their basic matte formula, and this is Giggles. It's okay. You know, Wet n Wild lipsticks aren't bad. They're not the best on the market. These aren't as waxy and as Play-Doh smelling as their other stuff. So I think they're a pretty good deal for that. And the last thing that I saw, and this is what drew me over to, they had their own like end cap, and this was the 123 Sesame Street palette. And it has some great colors in there. I mean, it's not standalone though for me. I still needed to go to other palettes for colors, but I just want to show you this green is so pretty. And here's a blue too. The blue, this is a glitter top, and so is this. I wouldn't touch these glitter shades. There's 3 of them in a row here. But they have even like, this is gorgeous. This is a light kind of golden shade, and then you've got some browns. This is a beautiful shade for under the eye, like a shimmery taupe. Then you've got your deeper brown color, which, you know, is very well pigmented. I thought this palette was quite nice, much better than I originally thought it would be, based on, you know, the color story. There is an orange here, which I'm not quite sure. I would maybe use it 10 and 2 just to add a little bit of warmth, or even use it on the cheeks. So I think it's a great little palette, and I think it was $3.99 or something. Like, it was outrageously cheap. So if you do see it, I think it's adorable. And again, I love Sesame Street. Oh, by the way, I am wearing a shirt called Stolen. It is, again, it's MMIW Awareness Day, and I bought this off of somebody from the Mashpee Indian tribe, American Indian Indigenous Nation tribe. And I love the fact that they used Pocahontas. I thought that was pretty neat. And the back of this is, so yeah, there's a lot of this stuff in my house right now. So, and I'm really into it, and I think that it's really important that we acknowledge these things. So okay, so I went on to Amazon, and I couldn't resist because I'm in an eyeliner state of mind this month. For some reason, I thought eyeliners would be fun, and so I got this set of 8 eyeliners, and it was really cheap. It was like $5.99 or something for it, but you get what you pay for. These are so bad, and I have a picture of my eye using these eye crayons so you can see how bad they are. There's hardly any color to them whatsoever. So let me just, this is the white one. It's just barely noticeable. Let's go in here. Silver black. You can hardly see them. They don't last, and they smear out to almost nothing. And I thought, what a waste of money these were. Even at $5.99, I would never buy them, you know. And this is the DNM Dum. The names, you know, they need somebody to translate into English, and these factories that make these things, because some of the names are just outrageous. Anyway, this was a big fail. on Amazon. I wouldn't recommend getting this from the D&M company. This is a set. They had several different sets of colors, and I thought I would find these were more neutral colors, but really bad. But these two, these are from the drugstore. This is Perfect Point Plus Ink from CoverGirl. This is a beautiful slate gray color. Absolutely beautiful, lasts all day, nice pigmentation, it goes on creamy. It's a beautiful liner. I like to use dark gray instead of black. I think it's a really good color choice, like navy blue and dark gray, because you know I am doing my Color Me Beautiful thing. Yeah, I'm spring, a light spring. I'm a light spring. I'm doing the Color Me Beautiful thing again. I'm all into it. Not my shirt here, but you know, my general wardrobe and makeup and everything. I'm trying to get back to those colors because they really are more flattering for me. So I really like this. The Perfect Point Plus Ink from CoverGirl. It's their retractable eyeliner. I think it's a wonderful thing. And also the Maybelline. This is the Tattoo Studio one. And this is in a navy color, navy bling, I think they call it. So let me just show you how pretty that is. It reflects the light nicely. Again, you can use it like you would, you know, underneath the eye. Very, very pretty color. It lasts. It's creamy going on. I've never had a bad one from this, whereas, you know, like with Dollar Tree, you can get different ones. Sometimes one will work and then another one I bought one time wouldn't sharpen. When you sharpened it, it was just wood. It wasn't, you couldn't get to the eyeliner. Okay. Anyway, this is really nice, and this is in navy bling from Maybelline. And then from ColourPop, this one. Kind of a goldish color, and it's called a Walk of Fame. Pretty. I like that very much. ColourPop does some good things really well. This is from Hard Candy, and I bought it because it was kind of a champagne color. It's called Bubbly. I guess that would be a champagne color. This isn't as pigmented as I was hoping it would be, and you know, what I wanted to do with it was use it like here, you know, on the inside. And it doesn't really show up as much as I'd hoped it would. It does do like a little inner corner thing kind of nicely, subtly, but it's not as pigmented as I'd hoped. So it was a little bit of a fail from what I expected. I just for some reason wanted it to be more pigmented, and it's been given a lot of good hype from the internet. For mascara, I'm still enjoying this Tarte XL tubing mascara. It's the XL version. It is the gold tube, very much like my revered Thrive Cosmetics lashes. I think this is a wonderful mascara. They're the same price though, so for the same price I'd rather donate the money towards Thrive Cosmetics because they give back to the community. I'm not quite sure what Tarte does. But it is a nice mascara if you need something in a pinch. This is my favorite right now from a store you can walk in. Thrive Cosmetics, you have to order from their website right now. They are not on Amazon, even though you will see them listed on Amazon. Those are fakes. Don't buy any Thrive Cosmetics from Amazon. I did get one palette this month. This is the Lorac Meraki. And I got it because it's a replacement, actually. I had one before, and I had ordered this, I don't know, a couple months ago. It was on back order. And it's just your perfect neutral palette. It's got a little bit of, you know, all the colors you would need for your basic eye, plus it's got some shimmers in it. I think this is a beautiful palette. You can do a nice smoky eye. And have you seen that right now it's considered old-fashioned to have a smoky eye, and that most of the kids are going around all looking like Billie Eilish, you know, no makeup. The no makeup eye makeup look is really popular, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. You know, I'm just getting down eye looks that I like, and they do this. You know, they've done this thing where if you're wearing eyeshadow, it's kind of an old lady thing to do. So I don't know if you've heard that, but I have. And the other thing, I was really surprised. I was on Amazon. I'm always on Amazon, but I was looking at sheets and stuff because I'm, you know, I have like one set of sheets, and I had thrown them into the wash with those beads, and I didn't like the smell of them. I thought, you know what, I'm going to get another set of sheets so that I can alternate these and get this stuff washed out of them. Well, I look on Amazon, and it's really big right now, I guess, to have no top sheet, to just have what they're calling like, it's a blanket sheet. It's like a slightly thicker top sheet kind of thing, but it's a blanket. It's supposed to eliminate having a top sheet. And I don't know. You know, I wash my sheets like every week, and is it gonna wash okay? You know, it just seems like it's it's bigger. It's like twice the size of a sheet. So, you know, thickness. So I don't know, but I thought that was an interesting thing because I've heard it before where people said they don't use top sheets. And I'm like, we're becoming pretty unhygienic. It's like they don't wash their hair for a week, and they're not, you know. Okay, anyway, I do like the Lorac. Meraki, I think their formula's always been good. You can build it up nicely. It blends nicely. Their color stories are real people, everyday life kind of color stories. Nothing real funky there. So this is a really nice thing, and I think you can get this on Amazon right now. NYX has changed the formulation of their lips pencils. They're not made in Germany anymore, or Italy, or France. And I'm finding that they're not as creamy when you put them on. So I noticed there's a difference in them, and I think that it's something worth mentioning. I just thought I'd mention it. If you were noticing that if you bought one of these recently, it wasn't acting as good as it used to, look to see where it was made, because I think they're all being made in Mexico now. It's a cheaper factory place to send stuff to be made rather than Germany. I think Germany and Italy and France are the three top places to have cosmetics made because they have quality ingredients and it's consistent. But yeah, I'm disappointed in NYX for this one. So I don't have, that's my last lip pencil from NYX, and I'll be getting rid of them. I got 3 new lipsticks from Revlon, and they've got them incorporated now in their regular main frame, so you can get, and I don't know if I talked about these or not because it's been so long since my last video. I got Dirty Shirley, which is kind of a funny name for a lipstick. And Dirty Shirley is what I was wearing at the beginning of the video. It's kind of an orange-red color, and I really like it. I think it's kind of funny. It's called Dirty Shirley. I also have Flushed, which is kind of a nude shade. It's really pretty nude shade. And I have, so this is Dirty Shirley here. And this one is Flushed, number 762. I'm just going to put this here because my camera died when I was swatching earlier. That's Flushed. This is a beautiful neutral pink nude color, one of my favorites. And this one is called Fire Peach. This is going to be my summer shade, I think. It's a very, very bright corally color. Really, really pretty, and you know, Revlon really knocks it out of the park with their lip products, and I love it. One last makeup hack that I want to tell you about, and it's these. I took all of my shades of lipstick and lip liners, and what I did was I took a piece of tape and I basically went over the top of these. I swatched everything and then I went over the top of it with a piece of tape so it wouldn't smear everywhere. And I take this with me, and so when I'm looking at lipsticks or blushes, these are blushes. You can see them. They're blushes here. I have lipsticks here, and these are more lipsticks. I have a type, apparently. Yeah, these are my lipsticks. But you can see there's tape over them so they don't smear and get all over my handbag or my hands. But I can hold it up next to, like if I'm looking at a lipstick shade, I can hold it up and I can see if I have anything close to that shade. So I don't keep buying the same shades over and over again, which is what I've been doing for the past 10 years. But I just think it's a great idea, and also with lip pencils, same thing. So you can see, and there's one, you can see, there's nothing like this one. So, you know, I did it with blushes and lipsticks, and I think those are things that are probably the most common for us to buy on a regular basis. You know, eyeshadow palettes, you know, they're personal taste, you know, what you get, but I think this is great, and it's so convenient to put in my purse, because then I have a sample and I'm like, oh, I like, this is my favorite lipstick, I want to get another one similar to it with a little shimmer, and I'll know the exact shade and everything, and I can even use a sampler and put it on the other side, you know, to see how close it is, because sometimes they look visually a little different than they swatch. So I think this was a great idea, and it's something you should do. And then I have my eyeliners as well. Same thing. I don't want to buy eyeliners that look just like the ones I have, so I can just kind of hold them up and see how close I am to them, so that I don't get duplicates. And you know, you just fold these up, put them in your purse, and when you're in the makeup store, you yank them out here and you could just hold them up against the display. So there's my hack. So kids, again, I apologize for being so late, and I'm almost done with my big Indian video about the boarding schools. I have probably a little bit of, I have editing work to do on it. I have the whole slide presentation and live footage done. I just need to get music in the background and voiceovers completed on there, transitions and stuff. And then I have to get all my references organized and stuff. Anyway, I hope you're all having a wonderful week. It's beautiful weather out here in Connecticut. We're in the middle of spring. And I do appreciate you watching, spending some time with me. Again, I do welcome you to join our virtual family here. I always welcome your comments below, and even constructive criticism. And I will see you in the next video, and hopefully I'll have one out next week. And until then, play safe, everybody. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Toodles. Okay, this was my stupid purchase of the month. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to have this every month, but this was my stupid purchase of the month, and I absolutely love it. This is MARTY, and if you ever go into, I think Costco or BJ's has this, and many grocery stores have this. It's a robot that goes through beep, 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 and then across the top it'll say, warning, aisle 4 needs attention. And then some worker has to come over, shut him off, and then sweep up the floor. But they made this one for the Stop and Shop line, and he has his little name tag on. But this is Marty, the robot who goes around and checks the floors in the supermarket, and he just charms me when I'm in the supermarket. A lot of times I'll see him coming up on me, and I'll go, "Hi, Marty." They have his face drawn on the side, so there he is. Well, they gave him a little flamingo float for summer, and they just released these. And I love the little striped shorts because they look like his little partition bottom there. But he just goes through the, you know, beep, 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 and he stops. He won't clunk into you. He'll stop and wait for you to get out of the way, and then he'll move along. So that's Marty.